How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel, and this video we are going to be talking about Tesla and the overall stock market. We have some massive economic data that's going to be announced this upcoming week. We're going to be getting Q3 GDP growth data coming out for the US. We also have big tech companies like Amazon, Apple announcing earnings this upcoming week. So we're going to be covering all this important information, what to expect overall for this upcoming week. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be talking about all this important information coming up. As you can see over here, October 24th week is going to be action-packed. We have big tech companies like Microsoft, Google. We have Facebook announcing earnings at the beginning of the week on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that can significantly affect the overall market. So last week we had Tesla earnings. Unfortunately, we sold off to the downside and recovered on Friday. But overall, this upcoming week is going to be really important for the NASDAQ and also for the overall market. What these big tech companies are going to be saying if they miss their earnings and what's going to be the guidance and etc. It is very important. So let's go over what to expect for this upcoming week. So on Tuesday, as you can see over here, this is going to be where the big trillion-dollar companies announcing earnings. We have Microsoft after the market closed, going to be announcing earnings. We have Google, we have Chipotle, Spotify, and on Wednesday we have Meta, which has been making significant moves during their earnings, and we're going to be getting if Facebook actually substantially growing, because one of the main issues that they have is that they're not growing as much as when it comes to users, and that is one of the big issues when it comes to Facebook or the new company, which is a new company name, which is Meta. So we'll see if they can actually sustain some of the growth that they're expecting. And we also have Ford, right? So Ford is a company that is transitioning to electric vehicles. We'll see how many electric vehicles that they delivered and the revenue and etc. So it's going to be really important to see what they're going to have to say about that. We also have Boeing and West Management also before the market open. And on Thursday, we have Apple, which is a multi-trillion-dollar company. We'll see what they have to say. There are some important news that came out recently about Apple, and we're gonna see if we're gonna get any kind of updates during the earnings call. We also have Amazon, Intel, McDonald's before the market open, and Shopify also. And on Friday, we are gonna be getting big energy companies like ExxonMobil, Chevron, and etc. So this is gonna be really important week to watch out for the overall market. So when you go over and look at also what to expect for the economic data that we're gonna be getting, the most important day to watch out for is gonna be on Thursday, October 27th. That's when we're going to be getting the GDP data for Q3. We're expecting a 2.4% growth, so that is going to be a significant increase from the previous. The previous was actually negative, so we actually shrank. So we've been getting headlines that, okay, we're in a recession, but if we actually get a positive growth for a Q3, that means that we are officially out of the recession. So it's really important to see what this data is going to be about. You also have on Friday, we are going to be getting some inflation, the core PCE data that's going to be coming out for the month of September. So those are going to be the important things to watch out for. Of course, also for Tesla, it's going to be a very crucial week to watch out for, because we are going to be getting some updates about Elon Musk Twitter. The deadline was October 28th, and we have been getting some headlines that came out and stated that, okay, Elon Musk saying that they're going to potentially cut a lot of employees from Twitter if the transaction actually goes through and if he takes control of Twitter. So that is a pretty negative sign for the people that work over there. Unfortunately, they're panicking right now, unfortunately. So overall, when you look at for Tesla, we're sitting pretty good on Friday. We're up 3.45% to the upside. We sold off unfortunately to the downside. We tested $200. It's a really important price point to watch out for Tesla. This is a pretty good support area that we're watching. As I was mentioning, we were expecting to see Tesla between $200 and $250 for the rest of this year. Basically, we only have a few months left, and this upcoming week, depending upon what kind of information that we're going to be getting, we are getting some updates about Elon Musk does not actually need to sell Tesla shares. He secured the financing and etc. But you never know if he actually is missing a few $1 billion for it to finalize and close this transaction. He just has to sell Tesla shares. That is going to be negative, but we are going to be getting the finalized update version of this news to be completed by this week, by October 28th. So this is really important week for Tesla and for Tesla investors also. So what to expect for this week? As I mentioned, we are going to be getting a lot of data. We have a lot of big tech company earnings that, they're multi-trillion dollar companies. They can move the markets depending upon how they're going to be trading after they announce their earnings. So overall, we could expect a very volatile week for Tesla. We might be up, 3%, down 5%. Unfortunately, we're close to $200. So if we don't actually sustainably move strongly to the upside, we might test the $200 and break it down below $200 this week at one point in time. If the earnings are pretty bad for these big tech companies and if their guidance is pretty low, we might see a test below $200. And that's going to be really important to watch out for. Also, this important data that we're going to be getting on Thursday for the GDP data is also super important. So, but I'm definitely going to keep you updated. But be on the lookout for that. We might test $200 again, maybe get below it. But I believe that we can sustainably go above $200, say maintain this $200 price level for the next few weeks to come. So overall, when you look at the overall market too, we saw some strong bounce to the upside. So as I mentioned, this week is definitely action-packed. Depending upon what these big tech companies are going to be announcing on their earnings, we could continue this momentum to the upside. We had this pretty massive day of when we got that inflation data and we gapped up again. And right now we're sitting close to breaking out, getting closer to the 380 mark over here, short-term resistance price point that we're watching. So if we can continue, we can break out to the upside, but there is a lot of things that is happening this week. So it's going to be super, super volatile. We can go up, down a lot, and just be on the lookout for that. And for people that want to just invest and really expect it to buy in the overall market, you just have to wait for November, because we are going to be getting the inflation, and we are going to be getting rate hikes coming up in November 2, November 2nd, around the first week of November. So that's going to be really important to see what the Fed is going to be doing. There are some headlines that are saying that, okay, maybe after this November rate hike, the Fed might pivot on their aggressive policy changing when it comes to raising interest rates. So they've been aggressively raising interest rates by 75 basis points. So they might change that monetary policy and potentially pivot. That can definitely help the overall stock market. So until then, though, it is really unpredictable because the market is just going up and down a lot, extreme volatility. So unless you see Tesla breaking below $200, if you like to buy it, if you are definitely going to be averaging down, it's pretty decent price to buy Tesla if it goes below $200. But we still don't know what kind of a price action to expect when it comes to this upcoming week, because we have a lot of variables that are in play. So just be careful, be aware of what's coming up, and if you like to buy Tesla below $200, it's definitely an opportunity. We might be presented with an opportunity this upcoming week. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Can we actually break down below $200 this upcoming week, depending upon the data that we're going to be getting? I'll look to your opinion. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. But I'll catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.